Hi guys, and welcome to the Rocket League Replays YouTube channel. Today, we want to present the video highlights of the match between OG Esports and Gaimin Gladiators during the Rocket League World Championship 2024. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
All the way back in open qualifier number 2, OG Esports found themselves 0-2 in the Swiss after being fully swept the Swiss before. They ended up not just making the semi-finals of that event, but making that LAN. Herc, can they get through Gaimin Gladiators to repeat that history?
Every single question is going to get answered in these first 5 minutes. We're going to see, does OG, like you said, turn their Swiss around, or does the Gladiators find their first upset?
Gladiators have had a struggle so far, and that might continue. 9 seconds in, that's the last thing you want.
I said 5 minutes, now give me 9 seconds. JNAP's first one to put OG on the board.
And it's Nolly with the assist as well. He's been making a career as a fantastic passer. We certainly know what he is capable of, the Liverpudlian, flying over to North America at the start of last season, winning the first major there with Gen.G. And he finds himself here with OG Esports, having to put a lot of work to live up to their potential. For Gladiators, Herc, surely there's more that they can show us than they have been showing us so far this tournament.
Oh, absolutely. This is a team of 3 individually very capable players. They brought themselves together with a plan to represent APAC to the best of their abilities, and they are the last hope. So you got to take it with a badge of honor, but also a level of respect too that has to come from OG on this one. You can't count them out by any means, but Noli tried to get one off for himself. This one went crossbar out, no follow-up to come through, although this one almost did. It's post for OG Esports.
OG are dominating from the off here, precisely the performance they would have been wanting in the opening minute. Gladiators have to come back in the regional season. It was Tho, the man who currently shoots, was one of the leading runners, and he takes blood now.
Well, this is what I talked about. You can't count them out. This is also just a great read from Tho all the way around on it. Tied game, 3:56 on the clock. Gladiators putting their foot back in this one.
Just when it seemed that OG Esports were going to be able to run away, Gladiators remind us just why they're here. They themselves had a clutch appearance here, but they're going to go behind straight away again from the kickoff.
It's too easy when they're calm, they're collected, and they see those gaps. I mean, even at that point, like, what do? You just say, you throw your hands up and you go, that's ours.
Yeah, I mean, it was slow there from Virtuoso. I thought he had more time, but OG Esports, it would seem, have made the decision to up their pace. They are a true 33% team, all 3 of them statistically capable of stepping up and slowing down and backing each other up. Ability to back each other up is why they are here, but here comes Maxu, one of the quieter players for Gladiators. Virtuoso has a teammate, he goes for the shot instead, it's saved, knocked to the side by Com. Gets an early block on the board. Ollie waits for this one, is happy to just watch it go across his shoulder. JNAPS now takes a touch. That's one again by Gladiators, and to me, they're getting too many clean hits in the OG Esports hub.
I mean, there is an aspect to it where OG Esports is probably going to let Gladiators just wear themselves out and then find that opportunity to just quick transition out of their half, and I feel like that might be the route they're going. It's the patience that really works out in their favor right here. Great challenge from JNAP's low boost. This one goes over his head, but Noli's going to keep this one going. He spots no teammates. Instead, it falls to the hands of Tho, and Gladiators going to make their attack forward.
As we saw earlier on from Limitless, these up-and-coming teams, these up-and-coming regions aren't going to make things easy for the more established, bigger dogs. Virtuoso goes to the backboard. Com was already there, and nails his clearance. Though it might be about to be taken out of the game here. JNAPS was circling for him. There was a demo in the end, but it was Virtuoso on Nolly. Tho can just slow things down. Half the game gone, and Gladiators will be relatively satisfied with their work up to this point. So you can't quite beat Nolly to that one. Is anyone arriving here? It's Virtuoso, but he's got no boost at all. And Gladiators, they have to keep hold of more than that.
I do got to give them some credit, though. Gladiators being able to take just at least a decent number of shots so far is something to be pretty proud of. 2 minutes, more than capable of finding another one. However, JNAP's going to try and extend this one to 3. No follow-up. Instead, it was a floater down. They're going to try same plan again, but this time a clear collected by Noli, immediately sent out by Virtuoso, and it's back to the Gladiators. Try to take their shots, but it's a wide open net. This could be 3. It is, and Com to get on the board.
OG just wait their turn. Com capitalizes on the whiff. JNAP says, do you know what, mate? You get involved as well. We're OG Esports. Everybody shares the goals, and then everybody's happy.
Oh, man. Well, 2-goal lead for OG. Just 2 minutes for Gladiators to get in this one. We all said it. Gladiators is coming in as an underdog.
Oh, hello.
That's a great pass over to Com. Great redirect on in. OG just continue to build.
Now they're warming up. Nolly, yet another pass to add to the collection. Com was already there. It's inch perfect, and Gladiators are struggling to deal with it.
I mean, if Com and Nolly start to get involved like this, this could be almost an impossible feat for the Gladiators to start to come back from.
Yeah, Gladiators are going to struggle when OG Esports are making their passes. They seem to have more creativity. They seem to have 100 boosts to every 10 or 20 boosts that Gladiators have at the moment. And that's the uphill battle that Gladiators are finding. They will have to look at SSA from earlier. This is a great passing play. His Virtuoso goes under the save, and there's that on the board.
I like it. The 1-2 and through from the Gladiators set themselves up great. It's the first touch, though, from Maxiu that allowed them the space to do what they did, and all the way around Nole. Gladiators back in it 1 foot at a time, but time is running out.
Those cheeky grins slapped off the faces of OG Esports because Gladiators have just put themselves back in the match. Though I thought he'd go for a pre-jump there. Instead, he stayed low. Locked to the ground. Com on the right side, no boost, but still manages to squeeze that ball towards JNAPS. He comes slow though, didn't go via the boost. Maybe his teammate will take it instead. Nolly into the center, it was Bo's teammate Virtuoso. Sends that ball forwards, Maxi with a double! And it all came from that boost lead earlier.
And you just keep following this ball too. Gladiators really got to get a grip on it and keep it a little bit closer here. But OG, they've done a great job of taking it away so many times. Though, trying to make a center, again, another interception from OG, and that wastes every second and moment that the Gladiators need to be able to get back into this.
Nolly to the ceiling, but Virtuoso was already there. Good cover from him. Com can try and pull rank, claim this pinch. That one's going dangerously towards the Gladiators' half. JNAPS slams the ball back into the Gladiators' goal line, but here comes Virtuoso. Could have done more with that. Actually, no, Maxiu's there, and it's just at the near post.
I don't know how that didn't go in, but they're still trying. Low boost all the way around, though, for OG Esports. The Gladiators want to try to take a swing at it, but they don't. Instead, Noli tries to make a center, Tho takes it away, and Gladiators, 13 seconds left on the clock to try and make magic happen here. Maxiu pushing forward. Com takes this one for himself. This could be the time wasted for OG to claim game number 1. They're trying to formulate something. Again, they didn't play too bad. They kept it close. It was a 2-goal differential at that point. They were able to get back into it when they needed to. However, just the length of time it takes Gladiators to get into the swing of things is not on their favor.
Gladiators currently 0-6, yet to win a game, but they have had a tough run. They've had Falcons and they had Oxygen. OG Esports, actually they're the same. 0-3 against FURIA and 0-3 against SSG. So OG have broken their duck. It's time for Gladiators to try and match that.
This is a fallen ball right now. JNAP's just gonna take his time with it. You see Tho going up for the challenge. A little successful on that one to kill it and try and get Gladiators out, but Noli just a bit quicker. And you do have to keep in mind in the back, Com's gonna be lurking a lot, trying to catch any of these balls that get sent back. You see Noli up, JNAP tries to go down. For now, this could be it, and it will. Com to put OG up.
Com cleans up. JNAPS was on the ceiling, and Noli made Maxiu rush. That's what it was all about. OG Esports never afraid to go for an aggressive play. And it worked to perfection right there. It does just seem that Gladiators, when all OG members are involved in a play, they don't really know how to deal with that situation.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit easier for the Gladiators.
Hello.
On that 1v1, but that's a crazy cookser. Ball off the backboard. No double to come through. The clip missed. Instead, OG going for a shot of their own. Couple demos coming out as OG raced back into their own half.
The pendulum swung wildly for a split second there, and it almost backfired for Gladiators. JNAPS doesn't quite get this touch. The pitch could be rolling in. Is it on target? No, not quite.
I just feel for them. There's a couple of these moments where luck should be on their side, but they're not finding it. Gladiators still trailing by 1, though. And here comes OG. This one up in the air. Who's gonna collect it? Virtuoso up next. A little bit of a patient game, has the capability to do a lot of these solo plays and break his team into that half, and that's what you need, that initiator from the Gladiators to start a lot of these plays.
For sure, both teams defending deep. It's allowing whoever gets hold of the ball, as we see Nolly now, to venture forward into opposition territory. What can he conjure up? Nolly fakes the flip reset, instead tries to get the dunk on though. JNabs might have a player in the center, surely he does. Could he find him? It's Calm. He takes one touch, wants to get a second one. He's trying to dunk all three of them. JNabs coming in, tries to get the early shot with the pre-flip, and Nolly just forces it to the side. Nolly, another couple of bumps. Calm can't quite get hold of the ball just yet. Does in the end, but the shot's not powerful enough, and Gladiators keep it to 1.
OG just keep trying to spot each other, but eventually Gladiators are going to break out, and they do right here. I respect the grind of just putting a million shots up. However, you do got to make them quality, because you got to respect that Gladiators have pretty decent defense right now. They're holding them off. It's only 1 goal on the board. They haven't been able to turn it into 2 as the second half of the game approaches.
Virtuoso has a clean touch here. Nolly is scampering back to his own goal line. There's a good win there from Tho. Gladiators about the pace at this point. They need to do. The demo helps as well, but sadly, after the demo, the trajectory of his car wasn't heading towards the ball. So what it does mean is that Boostless Com can surge forwards. Can he get the second touch towards Nolly? Just about. Virtuoso on his own goal line. Former demo master Virtuoso against the new one in Com. Slows things right down. OG Esports always happy to do that. They don't play at 1,000,000 miles per hour. The Gladiators, I think they'll appreciate the fact that they can ease their way into this game.
I think so too, but I like the mention you made on that one, Virtuoso and Calm, both having the ability to turn this from a level 5 to a level 10 in terms of aggression, but we haven't seen that yet, which means it's a trick up anyone's sleeve right now to try and throw out onto the field. Right now, it just feels like OG is just saving it for the right moment. Gladiators in that half, this one around the corner, it's a shot on target, slow enough for the save from JNabs. And it's a pass back to JNabs himself, trying to work his way around the defense, but nobody in.
Lovely effort there from JNabs, not even going for the ball, letting Gladiators get themselves in trouble. And from that attack, OG continue. JNabs is up, this one's to the backboard. Is Com arriving? No. Nolly has to just doink it towards him. OG Esports still playing slow. Not forcing that third man forwards too quickly, but it may backfire. OG finding themselves heading back towards their own goal with little boost pretty often. And they're the moments where Gladiators potentially can capitalize.
Not too bad right now, but Gladiators really got to be a little bit more methodical with these plays. And this is Maxu trying to do that. It was a flick up to the backboard. Unfortunately, no fall to come through. Tho has to retreat off this one as the demos come on in. Gladiators just reset and go back upfield. 48 seconds left on the clock right here. Bumped off the play is Virtuoso and JNabs to take away and let OG through.
What would a late goal do for the Gladiators' confidence? A season that seems to be trickling away. After they had to fight so hard just to be here, they're having to fight hard to stay in game number 2 right now. Can't get hold of the ball. Maxu wants to win this 50 versus Com and does. That one is sent back to blue half. Nolly into the center. Virtuoso, can he win this one? He does. It's to the ceiling. Not quite on target, and Maxu can't beat Com.
18 seconds away from a match point. That's the position that OG want to be in right now. JNabs brings this one down to Com. 10 seconds left on the clock here. Tho and Virtuoso gonna try and spot Maxu and give them one last play. Maxu from the ceiling, down. Can he collect it? No, this one's up in the corner, and it's just all hope at this point.
Nothing's done just yet. Maxu, can he get the catch? Perhaps he could have. Didn't judge it right. And OG.
You gotta start sending Virtuoso. Somebody's gotta unleash the beast on him.
Launch the attack.
He needs to go crazy. This is last chance to stay in the World Championship for the Gladiators. OG Esports looking to get their first win of the week. Let's get into it.
It seems that this is OG's to lose. But actually winning is very different from being the favorites. Nolly tries to get a good start here in game 3. They scored within 9 seconds of game 1. Not quite able to repeat that trick. Gladiators hold firm. This time, Burns all alone, but he misses the redirect.
Unfortunate. You just gotta keep trying again, and there's the second chance. It was Tho trying to go forward. OG take this away. Nolly in the air, reset, trying to get over Virtuoso. Not quite. It's a tiny touch on it. A bump from Nolly, though, could help make the setup here. Thankfully, Gladiators able to get a couple of those disruptive touches and slow OG down.
Virtuoso wanted to get that second touch again from Nolly, but Nolly pips into the post. Only misses that one, though. Suddenly, it's OG that are getting some awkward touches. JNabs has to head back to his own goal. Gladiators on the ascendancy here in game 3. They have to make it count. They almost do there. Maxu nearly in. JNabs tries to take control of the situation, and he does for now. Com's in the center. He's got no boost, so has to leave it for Maxu.
And Nolly racing back, just staying very, very deep in that third, playing it very safe against the Gladiators, because you know once you reach this point, once you reach that match point, your opposition is going to be throwing themselves at this ball in ways that you have not seen in games past.
Gladiators now haven't scored a goal in 7 or 8 minutes after game 1. Nolly to the ceiling, trying to compound that misery, though, had to track him all the way. Virtuoso pops it forward, up against Jnaps. But can they get this extra touch that they need? It's Maxu instead. He can't hit the ball. And these key moments, these final hits from Gladiators, they're just not coming as Comp searches for another bump. He doesn't get it, but he causes all sorts of chaos for Gladiators, who eventually get the ball away. As far as Comp, he continues the attack. Virtuoso clears.
The pressure just never lets up from OG. Finally, a little bit of a breather as though tries to carry this one forward. He tried to go off the ground instead. Jnaps, it's the patient game that works in their favor almost every time. Low boost for Calm. They try and drive it forward. At this point, you're just wasting seconds. 3 minutes left here in game number 3. Gladiators all pushed up on this one, and every single time denied.
It's so frustrating because Gladiators, as Maxu has to get back quickly, they have the ability, they have the mechanics inside them to get these redirects, to get these slight touches that they're after. But here on the big stage, it changes everything from the very top of the game all the way down. Gladiators have Tho with the ball up against Jnaps. Jnaps steals that boost from Tho, so he can no longer do too much more with this play. Birch just has to watch Com search forwards. Maxu gets in the way of Nolly for now. Remains 0-0, more than half the game gone. Gladiators' best one so far.
Oh man, this is just a mess right here, but everybody's trying to be the first one to get a grip on this ball right now. 2:16 to go. Second half of the game approached scoreless. You can see in the back end of things, OG, they're trying to open up those paths for each other and just rotate around. Here comes the shot on target. Great save from Tho.
Will Gladiators begin to frustrate OG? The longer they survive, the more likely. That's not how it's done though. Com scores.
All the pressure built up to this moment, and you saw Com just kind of waiting a little bit for the boost, but realistically, it just put him in a great position to make the catch and the shot, and OG are up by 1.
I mean, if you're watching this right now, trying to be an up-and-coming pro, very rarely a good idea to sit on the boost like that, but Com knew what he was doing. He would have had it tracked when that boost was spawning. And as you say, Hart, what a position it puts him in. Com, he gets another. Jnaps to the backboard. He clears it long. Com still chasing it. Ever happy to play in front of the ball with no boost. Something else you'd normally recommend not doing. Com is one of the players who can get past that general rule. Jnaps into the center. Nolly is the player that it almost fell for. And Com can sweep up.
Right now, Gladiators have the chance to keep themselves in this as Virtuoso gets this one taken away from himself. They have to find a play, and it's got to be creative at that. Right now, what they've been putting on target just is not enough past the defense. They got to break that wall down, and that's what OG are doing to the Gladiators. Jnaps, another one to the backboard. Nobody there to follow. Instead, it's a small clear towards mid, but Nolly keeps it orange side.
OG, a team that are used to scrapping from the bottom. They had a tiebreaker just to make London. And they had to have that almighty Swiss reverse sweep just to make Copenhagen before then. They are used to these battles. They are used to being at the bottom. Gladiators, they're coming up against a team that's happy to scrap, happy to hold on for what they've got. 1 goal the difference. Gladiators desperate to break it. They're continuing to put pressure on. Virtuoso can't quite connect with the flip reset, and then Tho misses as well, allowing Jnaps out.
You gotta just find anything, but more importantly, they need to find each other. Right now, they're a little bit close on this one. Maxu's going up, following, trailing, no boost there. Tho's gonna have to pop this up for Virtuoso, and there he goes. The race for the ball continues, and Jnaps gets the beat on it. 20 seconds left on the clock for OG to hold on.
In game management so far from OG Esports, they're seeing this one away. They're taking the boost, taking away all avenues of a potential comeback. And there's Jnaps, the experienced head, to step up when needed.
This is NA's hope. They're trying to give NA another team in this championship. 8 seconds away from their first win in the Swiss stage. Off to kickoff they go.
There's a fake, a double fake. Tho almost takes advantage, but it's not going to be enough. 4 seconds ticking down. Gladiators heading home. APAC has run its race. They had